Hey, BB.
Hey, BB.
How you doing?
Doing alright, BB. How you doing, BB?
Good. We just got back from a date.
Too bad his wife was there.
Yeah. I went on a date with my wife, and Zach was there.
No, you went on a date with me, and your wife was there. Or did Lily and I go out on the date?
And I was there? I'm finally included in something.
You got lucky.
I got lucky. It's so nice of her,
Yeah.
my wife, to invite me to things. Anyway, we just got back from seeing Bumblebee, the movie.
Which was kind of weird in retrospect. It's not Transformers : Bumblebee.
Bumblebee,
it's
yeah.
just
It's
straight
just
up
Bumblebee.
Which I guess they just want to try to leave some of the negative stigma of what came before.
Yeah, and I think that's a very big theme of the movie. So the beginning here, we're going to try to give our thoughts without spoiling it, but we're going to have a mark, and I'm probably going to put a timestamp somewhere in here or down there if you want to get to our spoiling thoughts. But it's hard to really convey our thoughts of the movie without spoiling things. And we're not movie reviewers.
Yeah.
That's not what we do. We review toys. Well, we don't really review toys. We just get drunk and talk about toys.
And things.
And things.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things because it's toy related.
We just did it.
We just did it. Anyways, what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was great. Bumblebee being Optimus's dad was insane. Oh wait, we're not doing spoilers.
So now I can't even say you're joking because if I say that's not, and that's a spoiler that that his backstory is largely unchanged. No.
I'm doing it.
Oh man, this is the worst so far. Anyways, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I hate to even say, oh yeah, it was the best Transformers movie because I mean it is. I mean, the question is it better than the '86 Transformers movie?
In terms of being an actual movie without that many plot holes and,
yes, it is.
Toy buying things, yes, it's a much better movie.
This is hands down the best Transformers movie, including the '86 movie. If you don't agree with that, fight us.
Yeah, I mean the '86 movie has all the characters you want and all the cartoon action that
and it's nostalgic.
But it's not a very good movie.
It's not. You can pick it apart super easily.
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie, yes.
But it's not good.
And again, it's that nostalgia movie. I put it on when I'm sick or something. I want a little pick me up because it's like that comforting kind of blanket or whatever.
It's just those movies you've seen a million times and they're just your go-tos.
This movie is not only the best Transformers movie, it's actually just a really good movie.
It surprisingly is.
Yeah, it really is. There weren't any bad actors.
No.
Like the kid actor, the little brother, fine.
Yeah.
He was an annoying little brother. Like, nailed it.
John Cena was a ray of sunshine. He said what we all think, which is great.
Oh my God. We'll get into some specifics in the spoiler, but John Cena was fantastic. You know what? I mean, there are parts of the movie that are campy.
Yeah.
Especially the John Cena military scenes can get a little campy. You get that traditional like military dialogue, not as bad as if you do not reply we will kill you or whatever like they say in the first Transformers movie. It's not that bad, but it's still
it definitely fits very nicely. Like if you put it into a shelf, it could go right next to Gremlins.
Sure,
and those type of movies. Like it was fun, there was some action, it was campy. It was what you kind of like about 80s action monster sci-fi movies.
And that's what they were going for. They were recreating a fun 80s, like, it was heartwarming.
Yeah.
It had moments of actual emotion.
Yeah.
More moments of emotion in this movie than in any Transformers movie.
A couple scenes hit me a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I got a little choked up.
The only thing I can really say, other than, again, how enjoyable it was, it's very much, like you said, an 80s movie with, like, the 80s feels. It's very much E.T. meets the Iron Giant.
Yes, Iron Giant feels all
over the place. And there weren't any of the traditional kind of Bayisms. Like, sure, there were explosions and things. It's a Transformers movie, but there weren't like the gratuitous like potty humor.
Yeah,
scenes
and over sexualization all the time.
If anything, all the girls were undersexualized and the boys were over sexualized. Yeah. There are two scenes in this. It's not really a spoiler. I'm not spoiling a plot point or anything, but there are two scenes in this movie where like the dudes take off their shirts and they have like rock hard abs. Even like the nerdy guys, like, I'll take off my shirt.
That's when it gets to a scene with that, I'm just like, I was a nerd growing up, and there was no rock hard abs.
No, I did not look like that underneath.
No.
Yeah, but it's fun. If you are staying away from this movie because you're just assuming that it's going to be another Bay movie or whatever, or if there's just a lot of things happening during this time of year, I would say stop.
Yeah.
Just go watch it.
It's a legitimately good movie.
This is the movie that if you like Transformers, and I'm assuming you do if you're watching this, because like why else would you watch this? But if you like Transformers, you honestly owe it to yourself to see this movie. For the first 15 minutes of the movie alone is worth the $10, $15 ticket price or whatever. Yeah. So if you were to give it, I don't know, we're doing are we doing a rating out of numbers? Do you want to do it out of like a letter grade?
I don't know.
Do you want to just do like a yes, see it kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we do letter grade. I guess
letter grade. I would give it a B+ or A-.
Yeah. I know I want to give it a B, but it actually might be A- level.
Yeah.
Like, it's not perfect, and it does have the 80s cheese.
And granted, with our level of Transformers fandom, we might be putting it up just a little bit because of the Transformers things that we'll talk about in the spoiler review that kind of touched on our sense of, enjoyment.
And it might even just be because it's a little bit of Michael Bay not being there, so you automatically feel better about it,
But I think aside from being a Transformers movie, and aside from being it's a solid film by itself.
Yeah.
I give it at lowest a B+, A- territory for me personally.
I'm right in that same exact range.
Cool.
Like, not perfect, but I definitely would recommend it. And I would see it again.
Me too.
I would definitely
I would actually pay to see it again in theaters.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't also too long.
Yes. I was never checking my watch or
Yeah.
From here on out, if you're still watching, there'll be spoilers.
And we can wait it out for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but if you want to just talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
How's your day going?
It's going great. I saw a good movie.
Yeah, you did. Me too. I got a nice little. Actually, did it make you like Bumblebee as a character a little bit better?
I'm not gonna lie, a little bit.
Yeah, because you grow up not really liking Bumblebee because he's like the kid character.
Yeah,
or whatever.
He was kind of annoying in all the iterations.
Super annoying.
I mean, he was okay in the first movie.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, he was all right.
Yeah.
He was there to kind of bounce off Shia LaBeouf's manic energy, so he's all right. He was okay, but after that he gets kind of sidestepped. Like, they keep pushing him in the front, but it's like not everything needs Wolverine.
Yeah. How like Wolverine became like the mutant.
Yeah.
And Bumblebee is like the Transformer.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I like Bumblebee now. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not ashamed to say this. I like Bumblebee now.
We're being brave now.
I know. So brave. Hashtag so brave.
Okay. You dealt with the rambling. We're spoiling.
We're in spoiler territory here. So, like, the first 10 minutes of the movie, okay?
Yeah.
All on Cybertron. And this is you in your pajamas, Saturday morning. Your little kid brain is just going fucking nuts.
Well, and it's great because the first 5 minutes are in Cybertron. The next 5 minutes, he comes to Earth and fights Blitzwing. But honestly, who cares?
Who cares?
He's gone right away. But it's
Bumblebee wins. The other one dies, so it doesn't matter who it was. I'm glad it's not Starscream.
And what I legitimately loved is they didn't do all of the physics breaking short camera bay work bullshit.
Oh yeah, man.
So because it always has to be a human in the frame to humanize the action.
Stupid.
They went beyond it, and like you just see him fighting on the mountain.
There isn't even a human in the movie, and like the first 15 minutes of the movie, well, 10 minutes of the movie.
And even when the action starts with Blitzwing, like they're all immobilized. It's just him fighting Blitzwing.
It's just him fighting,
flying up the mountain.
You could see the action. Everything was in focus. It was well choreographed. You could tell what's going on. It wasn't a shaky cam blur of explosions and nonsense. It was amazing.
And it's not to say that it's perfect. Like, obviously you can tell they're giant CG robots.
Yeah,
obviously. But you're already suspending this much level of disbelief. Why is this even argument?
You can turn that suspension of disbelief dial up just a little bit.
Just
a scotch.
You do us a favor? Just
turn it up. Just turn it up a little bit. Yeah. So, like, okay, first 5 minutes, who did we see? We saw Brawn, which was amazing seeing him on screen.
Yeah, Ironhide looked great.
Ironhide looked great. Wheeljack looked great. RC, cool. And she had lines, which is, like, great.
Yeah.
Well, we saw a bunch of Seekers. We saw Shockwave and Soundwave. Both were there. They had lines.
Yes.
Optimus Prime looked fantastic. Yeah. John Bailey, if you're watching this, I know you did the voice of Shockwave and Soundwave, and of course they have you on a vocoder.
Yeah, of course.
But you know, you did a good job.
Yeah,
you sounded great. I don't know if you're watching this, but if you are, hi. How are you? Anyway,
it turns out all you needed to make anyone care about Optimus was just give him his fucking faceplate back.
I know. It was
square out his shoulders and give him the fucking faceplate.
Oh my god, the proper look on him.
Which has always been my problem with the Bay Prime. It's just like his shoulders are like
they're droopy.
Yeah,
they're like droopy.
Like there's no
you give him a human face, he just looks weird. I mean, I
couldn't even done with the human face, but I feel like I just need
the shoulders are
give me some of these guys.
Yeah.
You know?
I want a movie that's like the whole movie, but like the first 5 minutes or so. I want that movie.
Yeah, it's like how I've always wanted a Terminator in the future scene with the lasers, but then we got that movie, and that was Terminator with Christian Bale, and it was legitimately awful.
It was awful.
If you cheesed it up and gave us 80s lasers, it would have been fun.
It would have been amazing, yeah. It was, I mean, it was a bit like watching a cartoon because it was all CGI animated.
It was very like opening cutscene.
It was very much like if they took Transformers Prime, put it on the screen, and just turned the graphic quality up to movie graphic quality, and that's what you got. The designs were they were still, you know, like movie-esque.
Yeah, reminiscent
of the Bayformers, but definitely a lot more G1 accurate. Like you could tell who people were. Their faces didn't look super weird.
It kind of looked like when IDW was having Don Figueroa draw them slightly movie-esque. So they got so that's when you got that cool Optimus that G Creation did, where they pulled in a bit more circuitry. Yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me.
Very much like that. This is for the fans right here. Like who can we throw in here that makes sense? Because nothing was like stood out. Like why is this happening? But it was definitely like, this is the movie that you wanted the whole time. Right here.
And it works because like that's the magic that got us as little kids into it. So now little kids going to see that opening scene. It's like,
Okay, then after that, we get into like the movie proper with the girl, Haley.
And she's so much more enjoyable than Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my God, she's actually a character.
Christ.
She actually has like feelings and emotions. It's not just no, like whatever.
It's weird with like Shia LaBeouf's weird yappy ass parents. I mean, like her parents were quirky, but still,
her parents felt like actual parents though. Yeah, they were just more normal, I guess.
They definitely felt more like actual '80s parents, and not like we're still doing this trope 20 years later, and now it's just worn thin, and everyone's just hyper all the time.
Yeah, but they just did a good job making you care about the characters. They gave her a little backstory. She had a stepdad. Her dad dies. She fixed cars. Yeah, like it all has a reason. She's not just inexplicably good with machines. She's like, oh yeah, I've always been just good with stuff. Like, you know, she's not like the chosen one or anything. She's got a reason.
Her dad liked cars. She worked on cars.
Yeah. I mean, it all kind of makes sense.
And the soundtrack, was really fun.
Oh, the soundtrack was great. The whole movie,
just kind of gave it a lighthearted tone, which was nice. And you know, lots of nerd references for like music people there. So I'm sure Travis Knight's also like a weird alt rock music nerd. From
he definitely is. And you could tell from this. He's like, I like the subtle jabs, like with like Never Gonna Give You Up. Like he put it in and immediately spit it back out. Like little things like that. Yeah,
Smiths. Like, I'm right there with you.
Right there with you, bud. Yeah.
Bumblebee was so goddamn cute.
Yeah, man. Travis Knight, you did a fantastic job of making Bumblebee absolutely. His little mannerisms. Yeah. There's one scene.
The garage scene.
Where he's like folded up in the corner, like terrified, which is like, you just want to be like, no, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay, little guy.
It's like he jumped into like Wall-E or Toothless level cute.
Yes,
where you're
for
just
sure.
Like, Jesus Christ, my heart hurts. He's so fucking adorable right now.
What really got me, like, I thought that was cute or whatever, but what made me like really kind of bubble up with like, aww, was when they were in the forest and she was working on him. And he's like sitting down with his hands down, his feet are just kind of like swaying back and forth. I'm like, oh my God, his little boots.
It's so fucking cute. So thank you for making me care about Bumblebee in terms of cute. Because I never really thought this was that cute. Like he's okay.
Like,
and even this doesn't do it justice.
No, this studio series Bumblebee does not do it justice at all.
He doesn't got those boots. I need those boots. Like they're
a little bit, but yeah, it looks like he's just got big kid shoes on, but he's a little kid or whatever. They do a really good job of just bringing out that cute factor. When he's in the house, just absolutely destroying it, trying to like figure out what things are and whatever. He's like watching VHS tapes of a Breakfast Club.
Some of the songs aren't exactly 84, and not exactly appropriate for that time period.
Yeah, there are little nuances where you can pick it apart, but I don't think none of it's like breaking.
Oh no,
it's not movie ruining. Like literally unwatchable.
Yeah. No, none of that. Like it didn't affect anything. It was just like, this is already a Bumblebee movie.
Yeah.
You've already suspended this much belief.
Absolutely.
Just look at this golden era of '80s that we all glorify.
For sure. They gave Charlie the actual character's name. I keep saying Haley because it's the actress's name. They gave her this like high diving backstory thing. And there's this one scene in the movie where it's like a big thing where like all the cool kids are like, yeah, dive, and she's like, I can't, my dad, whatever. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, okay, they're making too big of a deal about this. How are they gonna bring it back in to make this part of the story? It's like that Chekhov's gun thing where if there's a gun in the first act, it's gonna get fired by the third act thing. Yeah, and they did, but it wasn't dumb. It was fine.
It was cute.
It was actually a really pretty scene.
Yeah, and it didn't actually save anything.
She swam down to Bumblebee, and he was just laying there, and he just opened his eyes like, okay.
Okay.
Did you want me to? Am I still in this movie?
I was just gonna die.
But I was gonna. All right. I guess I'll live.
How many other characters in movies did that now?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. He's like, no, I've sacrificed myself. Go away. Go away.
Just go. Run.
Just go.
But we can get you. No, just
go. Save yourself. There's a couple of little on-the-nose things about that where they address an issue on the nose without making it like a parody.
Yeah.
Like with that John Cena line when he's expressing his like wariness about working with the Decepticon.
Their name is the Decepticon. It's like
it doesn't raise any red flags for you. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
I mean, John Cena was fantastic in this, and his whole military thing I feel like was kind of believable. You know, from his perspective. Bumblebee landed like on his little group, and they don't know who he is.
He's a giant robot.
The next thing he knows, like they're like, there's this giant robot that just attacked us. We got to attack it back, and then they get attacked by Blitzwing,
an even bigger
robot, and they have a whole fight. So like, from John Cena's perspective, he's like, oh, a bunch of aliens just came down.
But by the time Bumblebee's fighting him, everyone's already knocked out
or dead or whatever. Exactly. Yeah.
So he didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
So
and then through the whole movie, he's like, oh, these aliens are bad, and it was at the end he kind of makes that turn where it's like, oh. Bumblebee's okay. You gotta get out of here. Hey kid, you gotta go. And it gives him like that salute thing.
I absolutely love how they played that. Like it wasn't like a whole send off military thing. Like his was, but then Bumblebee was just like Breakfast Club.
He did the Breakfast Club.
I feel like the other thing is I feel like they should have played Don't You Forget.
He should have done that on his radio.
As soon as he put his fist up, it plays as he drives. I know it came up later, but I feel like that's when it should have come in.
I did like the origin of him losing his voice. Which in the original Bay movies, Megatron is supposed to be the one that does it, but in this one it's Blitzwing.
And which actually makes more sense because Bumblebee's more like a ground troop guy anyway. So
why would Megatron anyway? Yeah, the whole origin of like him using the radio to talk, I thought was pretty good. It made sense. Yeah. So
that figures out he would take a while to work on that. Like, it wouldn't
She's like, he keeps messing with the dials. I don't know what he's doing.
And there was always that vagary of like, how long has Bumblebee been on Earth before Sam finds him?
Well,
in the first place?
Yeah, because you don't really see him come down. I know Last Night kind of played up the whole Bumblebee's been on Earth for a long time. This movie has a lot of things that fly in the face of
which is funny because they do call a lot of stuff back to it.
They do. Well, see,
Simmons.
Simmons is in it.
Yeah.
Like a young version of Simmons from is it 7?
Sector 7.
Sector 7. Yeah, Sector 7 is a whole thing in it.
And they leave the Hoover Dam.
They do, yeah. I was like, but they don't say, oh, hey, we got this Megatron guy that we found in ice over here. Like, a lot of that stuff is not in it. So they're definitely, they're picking the parts that they want.
Yeah, they took the lore that's favorable, and then they're going to leave.
And they're just like, no, because at the end, Optimus Prime is on Earth, and like
clearly, he didn't show up in 2007 as his first time.
As his first time coming down,
Megatron is not mentioned, though.
Not even once in the movie. Apparently, there was a scene they shot and filmed for it back when this was a prequel for the Bay movies, and they had to take it out because it tied it too much to the Bay movies, and they wanted to make it. So there was a Megatron, but they took that scene out for that reason.
But it does make sense they have Shockwave bleeding, which is a good homage to...
Oh, dude, because there's two Cybertron scenes. There's like the one where B escapes, and then there's one where B gets his memories back, and it kind of plays a little bit more.
He remembers,
but they don't finish that scene. Like that's what you said at the end.
It's like, how did Optimus get to Earth?
And they finish that scene with all the Decepticons surrounding Optimus Prime, and then you're like nothing. You're like, how did he get out of that?
You feel like that dumb kid in the old Transformers movie thing. Like, how did Optimus get out of that one? And how did they bring you back to life?
What was the kid's name? Was it
Tommy?
Tommy or something like that. It was this horrible CGI. Like, what happened next, Optimus?
I'm sure there is a backstory or whatever. But it's also unnecessary.
You suspend disbelief. It's fine. He got out of it. He's Optimus Prime.
He gets out of jams.
He gets out of stuff.
Or he dies and comes back to life. Either way, he's out of the jam.
That's when Soundwave did the Ravage thing, which was rad. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Seeing the Seekers going around, it's cool because you could tell the regular Seekers from the Coneheads in there. Because they were the Seekers that had the Coneheads. I was like, oh, Conehead, that's me.
And I like that, I know there was complaints I saw people were posting there was not enough Transformers like in the main cast, but there's also some that said there's like
too many?
Too many?
Yeah, no. I think they were a perfect amount. The two main ones, the two main bad guys. There was Blitzwing in the beginning, but he dies. Then you've got Dropkick and Shatter.
Yeah,
and
they were rad.
They were fantastic. They're easily the best on-screen Decepticon.
They were best villains from Transformers Prime episode. Like,
for sure,
they felt
for
like
sure.
That breakdown,
yes, absolutely, knockout kind of thing. Yeah,
which might have been like an homage because they did have the color schemes.
That's true.
Like
the red and blue. Yeah, the voice acting in it was great. The CGI in it was great. The characters were great. Poor Cliffjumper, man.
Oh,
that guy got cut in half.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. It's because Casey Kasem. It's the curse of the curse of the Kasem.
The curse of the Kasem.
Anyway,
that's been
cut him in half.
Bumblebee review: the curse.
The curse of the Kasem. So that was a cool scene. It was sad that Cliffjumper died, and then there's a couple other little scenes where Dropkick uses his gun to shoot people directly, and they kind of explode, but they don't explode in like gore.
It's like his Men in Black gun.
Yes, exactly what it is. It felt like watching a Men in Black, where they just kind of explode to goo.
It's gooey, but like it's still vaguely kid friendly. Like, it's not a bucket of blood that doesn't necessarily.
It's definitely not like a horror movie level, but you definitely know that person just died.
Yeah.
There's a couple of little fun homages. I think the one that really stood out to me was when Dropkick threw Bumblebee and he transformed into the car, turned around, and then jumped back out into robot mode, just like the little. I think it's Jazz that does it in the little stinger.
Might be,
but it's like that little scene change, like we'll be back after these messages. In the original cartoon, is that little thing. So
I like that the Transformers can fight more now.
Yeah.
Because then I felt like in the other movies they'd get like a couple punches, take serious damage, and they're off the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, which technically makes more sense than, but like. I'm here for an action movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here for like realistic, Optimus Prime telling about ripping people's faces off. Like it's very much like the fights went on, like stuff happened, and it was entertaining.
For sure.
Entertaining.
The last fight with it was Bumblebee and Dropkick and Shatter, and then Haley's trying to climb this pole, and it's going back and forth. But I know like there's a similar thing happening in Age of Extinction where it's like the two guys are fighting, and then Lockdown and Optimus are fighting, and you really only care about Lockdown and Optimus fighting. I don't care about these two assholes fighting, but this is what Marky Mark fighting the other guy, but that's the one they're going to show you. Where in this, they cut to Haley doing her important things, but most of the action, it's like well distributed between all the things happening, and never going like no, go back to the other thing. That's more interesting.
We didn't have to deal with a lot of the camera is looking up at John Cena, and I get like a kind of blurry Optimus crotch shot up here, and then I'm like, oh cool, Optimus is in the movie. But then we have a lens flare coming off of John Cena's sunglasses.
With slow motion like swirly camera and stuff like that.
So it was definitely a nice change of pace. It was
sure.
It was a good, fun Transformers action movie. It felt like watching an episode of Transformers Prime.
Yeah, it really did.
Like
it did.
The physics of how they fought felt a bit like that.
Yeah.
And like the best way possible. Like,
I agree. Pretty much all I had.
I mean, it was good. They left it open for sequels.
Yeah, and I will see sequels. If this is how the sequels go down, I will watch all of them. If Travis Knight is helming it, I will watch them all.
I guess it just goes. I don't even know if it's Travis Knight yet, but if you just get it away from Michael Bay's producing, sure, whatever. But if you get him away from the directorial stuff,
just get him out of the way.
He's too puerile. For an already puerile franchise.
Yeah, for sure. I did like that scene of Optimus and Bumblebee
driving
down, and you could tell it was like because Bumblebee he saw the Camaro and he turned into the Camaro, and you're like, oh, all right. And she's like, you could be a Camaro this whole time, like that. I thought that was pretty funny.
That was pretty good.
But then you see Bumblebee driving, and all of a sudden he's passing the semi-truck, and I'm like, oh, cool, semi-truck. And then like, oh, no, it's a red semi. Oh, it's Optimus Prime. It's clearly Optimus Prime.
With the white stripe on the side.
Like, it's clearly this is Optimus Prime driving next to Bumblebee, and that was cool, because it was the snub nose, like, red classic, like, this is Optimus Prime. And that was like, that gave me like goosebumps when I saw that, honestly. That was a good ending. I like that.
I mean, it felt like a really good 4 or 5 parter episode of the show. Like,
for sure.
Everything was great. The humans are great. I like the movie, which
is
weird because I usually hate everything. And I spend a million hours like I have my dumb little questions that are just like plot holes. Like,
and those are fun to pick at.
The first one I thought is, how did Blitzwing know where he was?
I think he was just already on Earth. Yeah,
that's weird.
But they don't address that.
But it also
for sure.
doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, he just did. Get over it.
He could have just followed the pod. And did
there's a lot of explanations.
Doesn't matter.
Pick one.
But it's not like infuriating like it does.
No, it doesn't ruin the movie. No, for sure.
But
yeah, and there is one stinger at the end if you want to stick around and watch that. It's not huge, but it's there.
Yeah.
So.
But definitely excited for more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm at least gonna see it one more time in theater for sure.
It was damn good.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's our review. It was, I don't know how long this is, but that's our review.
Yeah, you'll chop it down to whatever.
I'll probably chop it down to some reasonable length.
Yeah.
But thanks for getting us far. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, I guess. Yeah.
Let us know what you thought.
It's weird. It feels weird ending a video with you because usually by the time we're ending it, I'm like, wasted.
Yeah.
So I don't remember how I do this.
It's gonna be real weird remembering how
this goes. Yes.
Because I honestly never remember the last round. Sometimes two rounds, depending on how it goes. Like, I could piece together the right before the round and the right after the round, but that round is
gone. It's gone. Now my memory did not record it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. We'll see you next time.
See, we're not alcoholics.
Nope.
We don't need to drink all the time.
Although I have had a beer today.
I will probably drink when I get home.
That's fair. Bye.
Bye.